Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another explosive episode of Celebrity Drama Uncovered, where we dive deep into the juiciest scandals rocking Hollywood and beyond. Today, we're talking about the shocking incident that has everyone buzzing. Liam Neeson kicked off Loose Women after a fiery exchange with Denise Welch. Picture this: the iconic action star, known for his roles in Taken and Schindler's List, steps onto the set of the popular UK daytime talk show, expecting a light-hearted chat about his latest film project. But things quickly spiral out of control when panelist Denise Welch, famous for her no-holds-barred opinions and past on Coronation Street, decides to steer the conversation into controversial territory. It all starts innocently enough with questions about Neeson's career longevity and his thoughts on aging in the industry, but Denise, ever the provocateur, brings up his past comments on revenge and violence from that infamous 2019 interview where he admitted to once seeking racial revenge after a friend's assault. Neeson, who has since apologized profusely for those remarks, visibly tenses up as Denise presses him on whether he's truly moved past it or if it's just PR damage control. The audience gasps as the exchange heats up, with Neeson defending himself sternly, saying he's learned and grown. But Denise counters with accusations of Hollywood whitewashing controversies. The other panelists, like Nadia Sawalha and Jane Moore, try to intervene, but the tension is palpable. Neeson, red-faced and frustrated, accuses Denise of ambushing him and twisting his words for ratings. The studio falls silent as he removes his microphone, stands up abruptly, and storms off the set mid-segment, leaving the hosts scrambling to fill the airtime with awkward apologies and commercial breaks. Social media erupts immediately, with fans divided as some praising Neeson for standing his ground against what they call gotcha journalism, while others side with Denise for holding celebrities accountable. Clips of the moment go viral on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, amassing millions of views within hours. Commentators debate if this was a planned stunt for publicity or a genuine clash of personalities. Neeson's team releases a statement shortly after, claiming the actor felt disrespected and that the questions veered into personal attacks rather than professional discussion. Denise, on the other hand, tweets defiantly, saying she's just doing her job as a panelist to ask the tough questions that viewers want answered. The show's producers issue an official apology, emphasizing that Loose Women prides itself on open dialogue but regrets any discomfort caused. This isn't the first time Loose Women has seen drama. Remember the infamous rose involving Katie Price or Sharon Osbourne, but Neeson's walkout takes it to a new level, sparking discussions about celebrity interviews and boundaries. Industry insiders speculate on the fallout. Will Neeson avoid UK talk shows in the future? Could this affect his upcoming projects, like the rumored Taken sequel or his voice work in animated films? Denise's reputation as a firebrand is solidified, potentially boosting her own media appearances. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: this fiery exchange has reminded us all that even the toughest action heroes have their limits when pushed too far in the spotlight. Stay tuned as we break down more details, including exclusive reactions from fans and experts alike. Diving deeper into the backstory, let's explore what led up to this explosive moment on Loose Women. Liam Neeson, the 73-year-old Irish actor with a career spanning decades, has always been candid in interviews, but he's also known for his no-nonsense attitude. His appearance was meant to promote his new thriller, where he plays a retired operative pulled back into action. A classic Neeson fare. The Loose Women panel, consisting of Denise Welch, Kay Adams, Nadia Sawalha, and guest host Christine Lampard, started off warmly, complimenting his enduring appeal and asking about family life post the tragic loss of his wife Natasha Richardson in 2009. Neeson shares heartfelt stories about raising his sons alone and finding solace in work. But then Denise shifts gears, referencing his 2019 controversy where he confessed to harboring vengeful thoughts after learning of a friend's rape by a black man, admitting he roamed streets hoping for confrontation. Though Neeson clarified it was a dark period he regretted, Denise questions if society has forgiven too quickly, citing ongoing debates on racism in Hollywood. Neeson retorts sharply, calling it an old wound reopened unnecessarily and accusing her of sensationalism. The back and forth escalates as Denise defends her right to probe, saying public figures must face scrutiny. Kay tries to mediate, suggesting they move on, but Neeson, voice rising, declares he's not there to be interrogated like a criminal. The audience murmurs in surprise as he unclips his mic, mutters something inaudible, and exits stage left, prompting a stunned silence followed by nervous laughter from the panel. Producers cut to ads hastily, and upon return, the hosts address the elephant in the room, with Denise apologizing if she overstepped but standing by her questions. Online, the clip trends under #Neeson walkout, with memes comparing it to other celebrity meltdowns like Tom Cruise on Oprah or Kanye West's interruptions. Supporters of Neeson argue the show ambushed him, while critics say Denise highlighted important issues. Neeson's publicist later explains he felt the tone became hostile, prioritizing his mental well-being. Denise, in a follow-up interview, revealed she admires Neeson but believes accountability is key. This incident highlights the fine line between engaging TV and invasive questioning, especially in an era of cancel culture. Fans speculate if reconciliation is possible, perhaps a joint appearance elsewhere. Meanwhile, Loose Women's ratings skyrocket, proving controversy sells. We also look at similar past events. Remember when Piers Morgan stormed off Good Morning Britain? Or Sharon Stone's tense moments on chat shows? Neeson's kickoff adds to the lore of unpredictable live TV. As we continue, let's hear from body language experts analyzing the footage. Neeson's clenched jaw and rapid breathing indicated mounting anger, while Denise's direct gaze showed confidence. This drama isn't just gossip, it's a reflection of broader societal conversations on forgiveness, race, and celebrity. Join us as we unpack more layers in this unfolding saga. Now, let's analyze the immediate aftermath of Liam Neeson's dramatic exit from Loose Women following his clash with Denise Welch. As the show resumes after the commercial break, the panelists appear flustered, with Kay Adams taking the lead to smooth things over, joking about how things got a bit too loose today. Nadia Sawalha adds levity by sharing a personal anecdote about heated debates, but the awkwardness lingers. Denise Welch, undeterred, expresses regret for any upset but reiterates her passion for honest discussions. Viewers at home flood social media with reactions as some call for Neeson's return, others demand Denise's suspension, creating a polarized online battlefield. Hashtags like #TeamLiam and #Denise did nothing wrong trend globally, with celebrities chiming in. Russell Crowe tweets support for Neeson, calling him a class act under fire, while Whoopi Goldberg defends Denise's probing style on The View. The show's official account posts a clip with a caption urging respectful dialogue, but it only fuels more comments. Behind the scenes, reports suggest Neeson cooled off in his dressing room before leaving the studio without further comment, while producers huddled to decide on edits for the online version. By evening, major outlets like The Sun and Daily Mail run headlines sensationalizing the event, complete with frame-by-frame breakdowns. Neeson's fans rally, sharing clips of his philanthropy and anti-violence advocacy to counter the narrative. Denise, meanwhile, uses her Instagram to elaborate, posting a story about the importance of addressing past mistakes head-on. This isn't her first rodeo, she's had spats with Piers Morgan and others on the show. Experts weigh in on the psychological impact. Therapists note how revisiting trauma can trigger defensive responses, especially for someone like Neeson who's dealt with personal loss. Media analysts predict a boost for both parties. Neeson's film gets free publicity, and Denise's book sales might spike. We also examine the role of live TV in such incidents. Without scripts, authenticity shines, but so does risk. Compare this to Ellen DeGeneres' controversies or Oprah's intense interviews. As night falls, late-night shows parody the moment, with Jimmy Fallon impersonating Neeson's gruff voice saying, "I will find you. And I will leave the set." The next day, Loose Women addresses it again, with guest panelists discussing boundaries in interviews. Neeson issues a fuller statement via Variety, appreciating the show's invitation but criticizing the ambush tactics. Denise responds graciously, wishing him well. This event sparks broader debates. Should shows pre-warn guests about tough topics? Is there a double standard for male versus female celebrities? Fan theories abound. Was it staged for views? Unlikely, given Neeson's reputation for genuineness. As we delve further, Let's consider the cultural context. In a post-Me Too world, accountability is paramount, but so is empathy. This clash embodies that tension perfectly. Stay with us for exclusive insights and what might happen next in this Celebrity Showdown. Shifting focus to the public and celebrity reactions pouring in after Liam Neeson's kickoff from Loose Women due to his heated exchange with Denise Welch. Social media platforms light up like fireworks, with Twitter threads dissecting every word exchanged. One viral tweet from a fan reads, "Liam Neeson doesn't need to take that A. Denise crossed the line," garnering thousands of likes, while a counter-tweet defends, "Denise Welch is a queen for calling out hypocrisy." Celebrities join the fray. Mark Ruffalo praises Neeson's honesty and past apologies, urging compassion, whereas Jemima Khan questions if the show exploits guests for drama. On Reddit, subreddits like r, television and celebrity gossip explode with posts analyzing body language. Neeson's furrowed brow signaling discomfort, Denise's animated gestures showing assertiveness. YouTube reaction videos pop up overnight, with influencers recreating the scene for laughs or serious commentary. The incident even makes it to American talk shows, where Stephen Colbert quips about Neeson taking himself off the set. In the UK, tabloids splash front-page stories, interviewing audience members who describe the atmosphere as electric yet uncomfortable. One attendee recalls, "It went from fun to furious in seconds. We were all shocked." Neeson's co-stars from past films, like Jessica Lange, send supportive messages privately, while directors express concern over potential backlash affecting his career. Denise receives mixed feedback. Some women's groups applaud her for challenging patriarchal norms, others accuse her of bullying. Her husband, Lincoln Townley, defends her online, calling her fearless. The show's ratings hit a high not seen since major royal scandals, proving the adage that no publicity is bad publicity. Analysts predict merchandise memes, like t-shirts saying "I survived the Neeson-Welch clash." Deeper dives reveal patterns. Neeson has walked out of interviews before, albeit rarely, when topics turn too personal. Denise's history includes candid talks about her mental health and addictions, making her unafraid of tough conversations. This event prompts calls for better guest vetting on talk shows, with unions like Equity pushing for guidelines. Internationally, translations spread the story to non-English audiences, with French media dubbing it Le Scandale Neeson. Fan art emerges, cartooning the duo in boxing rings. As time passes, both parties hint at moving on. Neeson spotted at a charity event smiling, Denise teasing a tell-all podcast episode. But the ripple effects continue. Aspiring actors learn about interview pitfalls, and viewers demand more transparency from shows. This isn't just a blip, it's a case study in modern media dynamics. Wrapping this segment, we ponder, will they ever reconcile on air? Perhaps a charity special could mend fences. Until then, the debate rages on, keeping this story alive in the public eye. Join us as we explore potential long-term impacts on their careers and the industry at large. Exploring the potential long-term consequences of Liam Neeson's stormy departure from Loose Women after clashing with Denise Welch. For Neeson, this could be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it reinforces his image as a principled man who won't tolerate disrespect, appealing to his action hero fanbase. On the other, it might deter future promotional appearances, limiting exposure for his films. Studios monitor sentiment closely, with box office projections for his next release potentially affected if backlash grows. Publicists advise laying low, focusing on positive projects like environmental advocacy or mentoring young actors. For Denise, the incident elevates her profile as a bold commentator, possibly leading to more TV gigs or a book deal expanding on her views. However, critics label her aggressive, risking alienation from celebrity guests wary of her style. Loose Women as a whole faces scrutiny. ITV executives review protocols, considering mandatory topic disclosures to prevent repeats. Viewer polls show divided opinions. A 55% side with Neeson, 45% with Denise. Influencing future content. Broader industry implications include a push for ethical journalism in entertainment, with panels at conferences discussing ambush interviews ethics. Mental health advocates highlight the stress of live confrontations, urging support systems for participants. Socially, it reignites talks on race and redemption. Neeson's past admission, though regretted, remains a touchstone for discussions on systemic bias. Denise's approach sparks feminist debates. Is she empowering or overstepping? Media courses incorporate the clip as a teaching tool for conflict resolution. Financially, both see upsides. Neeson's merchandise sales spike. Denise's social following grows by 20%. Speculation abounds on sequels. A follow-up interview, a parody skit on SNL. Neeson's team denies feud rumors, emphasizing respect for the show despite the mishap. Denise echoes similar sentiments in interviews, praising Neeson's talent while defending her integrity. Fans organize petitions for apologies, but most move on to newer scandals. Historically, such events fade but leave legacies. Think Naomi Campbell's phone throwing or David Letterman's feuds. This one might inspire scripts for TV dramas about behind-the-scenes chaos. As we reflect, it's a reminder that celebrities are human, prone to emotional reactions under pressure. The video's virality ensures it's etched in pop culture, referenced in trivia and compilations. Looking ahead, Neeson teases a memoir touching on media experiences, while Denise hints at advocacy work. Ultimately, this clash humanizes them, showing vulnerability amid glamour. It also underscores the power of words in shaping narratives. As our coverage concludes this angle, remember, in the world of showbiz, today's drama is tomorrow's anecdote. Stay subscribed for updates on this and other star-studded stories unfolding daily. Wrapping up our in-depth look at Liam Neeson being kicked off Loose Women after his fiery exchange with Denise Welch, let's consider the lessons learned and a path forward. This incident serves as a cautionary tale for talk shows everywhere. Balance is key between engaging content and respectful treatment of guests. Producers might implement pre-interview agreements on sensitive topics to avoid escalations. For celebrities like Neeson, it highlights the need for clear boundaries and perhaps media training refreshers on handling provocations gracefully. Denise's role prompts reflection on panelist responsibilities. A probing yes, but with empathy. Viewers gain insight into the unscripted nature of live TV, appreciating the rawness while demanding accountability. The event fosters dialogues on forgiveness. How long should past mistakes haunt someone? Neeson's journey from controversy to redemption inspires many facing similar scrutiny. Denise's boldness encourages women to speak up, challenging status quos. Industry-wide, it could lead to reforms, like diversity in questioning or mental health checks post-show. Fans benefit from the entertainment value, but also learn critical thinking about media sensationalism. As weeks pass, the buzz quiets, with Neeson returning to sets and Denise to panels, both wiser. Possible reconciliations at a joint charity event or podcast could turn negativity into positivity. Memes and parodies keep the memory alive, lightening the mood. In retrospect, this clash adds color to their legacies. Neeson as the stoic hero with a breaking point, Denise as the fearless truth seeker. It reminds us that behind the fame are real emotions and histories. Thank you for joining us on this rollercoaster ride through one of the year's most talked about moments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more celebrity insights. Share your thoughts in the comments. Say Team Liam or Team Denise. Until next time, keep watching the stars, because in Hollywood, the drama never truly ends.